Hey guys, this is Jay, and we'll be going over Beginning Java Lesson 7. So we're going to be doing Rock, Paper, Scissors Part 2. In Rock, Paper, Scissors Part 1, we wrote the code for one round of Rock, Paper, Scissors. But what do we still need to do now? Well, let's think about some important questions we still have unanswered. 1. How do we make the game play multiple rounds? And 2. How do we actually ask the user if they want to play another round? We'll be exploring these two questions in today's lesson. So since we're going to offer the ability to play multiple times, we need to put our code inside another while loop. And what should the condition in the while loop be? As a hint, remember the variables we created. I'll give you a second to think about this and pause if you need to. That's right, you're all geniuses. While want to play again equals true, and then we're going to put the code to play the game. So then all we have to do is set want to play again to false, and immediately it stops the game. Alright, so inside the while loop, we're going to check if it's the first game, using the first game boolean variable. And what do we do if it's not? We play again. So if first game equals false, then we ask if they want to play again, we get their input, and we decide which variables to change based on that input. And just a note, in case some users type in something crazy like a bunch of gibberish to the scanner, we need another statement to deal with that. And if you'll remember, that if statement was the equals ignore case that we talked about in yesterday's lesson, or in the previous lesson. And that lesson was specifically making sure, okay, so if character input equals rock, do this. Else, if character input equals paper, etc. And that is how we make sure that they don't just type gibberish and we accidentally play rock, for example, because they type gibberish. Alright, so I'm going to have you guys code this now, and you can pause the video to try it on your own. Alright, let's go over the solution. So here we have the solution. While want to play again equals true, this is our overall while loop. Then here we have if first game equals false. Then we're going to ask them if they want to play again. And then we're going to get their input. So we're going to say if play again equals ignore case yes, lives equals 3. Else if play again dot equals ignore case no, want to play again equals something. Else print out not an option. So what do you think this is here? Well, we can see that this is false. And the reason it's false is because if they don't want to play again, all we have to do is set this variable equal to false, and immediately on the next time we try and repeat this while loop, it's going to see it's false and just exit the entire while loop. And we can see, remember this equals ignore case function. This is the one that specifically is checking if the input is equal to this, but ignoring for case. So if I were to say a lowercase y, es, then this would still be returning true. All good? Alright, so what we added this lesson. This is just an overall screenshot of everything you need to have in today's lesson. If you missed anything, feel free to go back and actually look at the recording and see what you missed. And here we can actually see the solution. Here we have our final code. So you can see we're importing scanner right here. And then in the class, we have our main method. We're creating all of our Boolean and int variables and our options, which is a string array. And then we have our first while loop. And this is encompassing the entire game. While want to play again equals true. And then here we have if first game equals false. Then we'll do everything we mentioned here in today's lesson. And then while lives is greater than 0, we're going to play over and over and over again. Here we have another function, comp versus player. This is the one with a bunch of different if statements. And this is the one just, if you don't remember from yesterday's lesson, this was just essentially comparing the player's guess and the computer's guess in order to update the variable lives. So yeah, that is our completed rock, paper, scissors game. I hope you guys enjoyed making this project, and